The admissions process, step by step. Bachelor of Business Administration. Admissions to the Bachelor of Business Administration is very competitive. Each year, Esade receives a great deal of applications for the BBA from international students from a variety of different education systems. Before starting the program, you must meet the academic requirements for university access in the education system in which you completed secondary school. We don't require a minimum grade in order to be admitted. We are looking for talented students with a good academic record who are typically in the top 25% of their class. In order to be considered for admission, you must have taken mathematics throughout your secondary studies. The program doesn't have any additional restrictions regarding subjects taken at school. You will have to demonstrate your English proficiency by submitting a certificate such as TOEFL, IELTS, or the Certificate in Advanced English. Knowledge of Spanish is not required for admission to the program because classes are taught entirely in English. The admissions process begins in October the year before you plan to start your studies at Esade. Please bear in mind that the number of places in the BBA is limited. Consequently, we strongly encourage you to apply as soon as possible to avoid disappointment. To begin the admission process, you must fill in and send the online admissions application. Before submitting your form, you must pay a non-refundable €135 processing fee. The next step in the process is to send the required documentation to the admissions office. A photocopy of your national ID or passport. Your academic transcript for the last 4 years of secondary education, from Year 9 to Year 12. If you're currently in Year 12, please send us your predicted grades or the grades for the terms that you've already completed. Bear in mind that we need the original documents or a certified copy from your school. Official accreditation of your English proficiency. You must submit one of the following certificates: TOEFL, IELTS, or the Certificate in Advanced English. We do offer a waiver for those students who have studied at least for 5 years at an English-speaking school, but we reserve the right to request a certificate anyway if we consider the candidate's level of English may not meet our academic standards. It is very important that you send us these documents as soon as possible. We cannot begin to consider your application for admission until we receive them. As a requirement for admission, all candidates must take an admissions test. You may choose one of the following 3 options: Esade's own admissions test, the SAT, the ACT. When you fill in the online application form, you will have to choose which test you want to take. If you choose Esade's, you will have to indicate the date you want to sit the test. We organize admission tests on Saturdays for international candidates. If you choose to sit the SAT or the ACT, you must submit your scores as part of your admissions documentation. Once we have received all the required documentation, the admissions committee will review your application. The committee meets every fortnight starting in January and analyzes all the information that you have provided. The information in your application form, your academic transcript, the result of the admissions test, your English proficiency and international experience, any other documentation provided, recommendation letters, awards, etc. The committee meticulously analyzes each application individually. The admissions committee's decisions are final and irrevocable. We will notify you about the result of your application on the dates indicated on our website. Admitted, you must pay 25% of the tuition fee for the first year in order to reserve your place in the program. If you do not make this payment before the deadline indicated in your admissions letter, we cannot guarantee that a place will be available for you in the BBA. This payment will only be reimbursed if you fail to meet the university entrance requirements in June. Once you have been admitted to the program, you may apply for a scholarship or for a loan designed for Esade students. Our scholarship program is need-based and can cover up to 90% of tuition fees. Please check our website for more information. If you have been conditionally admitted to the BBA, The last step for admission is to meet the academic requirements for university access in the education system in which you completed secondary school. These entails passing Year 12, and in some education systems also passing a final exam such as the BAC in the French system, Abitur in the German system, or Selectividad in the Spanish system. If you do not successfully meet this requirement, we will reimburse you the amount paid to reserve your place. In order to enroll at Esade, all international students must request a credential from the Spanish National Distance Learning University, UNED, that certifies that they have met the requirements for university access in their education system. All international students must submit this credential when enrolling in the program in July. We therefore recommend that you apply for it as soon as possible. June the 30th is the deadline to pay the remaining 75% of the tuition fee for the first year of the BBA. Once we receive your payment, the process ends with student enrollment, which occurs during the first week of July. If you have any questions or doubts, please refer to our website, where you'll find detailed information about admission to the BBA. You can also feel free to contact us. We will be happy to help you.